Alright. Welcome back, everyone. I'm still mining up stone. I mean, you don't have... I'm not uploading it. That's what... You know, I went upstairs while I was eating. I was gonna come up with the next story idea, but I sure didn't.
We're doing it live.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Holy crap! Thank you for the gift sub, Rez. Welcome,
Gift
Sky.
sub.
You can join the Discord now, Sky.
Is that connected to subscribers?
Yeah.
Am I a subscriber?
No.
I'm still in the
But you're a friend.
Okay.
You're like Breon or Laptech or something in Goods.
Or like Adlington.
Sure. If that's who you want to be.
Can I be Etho?
There is a Discord. I don't post anything in there.
You've posted things before, like once
Once.
or twice.
I only post when PG complains about not having a notification to my stream.
It's true. It's got a cool new icon. It didn't have an icon for a while, but then she's gave it an icon.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Do I tell my what?
Icons. Nothing.
Do I tell my the story of Matt? I feel like it's a story that happened.
Sure.
It's not of me.
You can tell a story of him.
I mean, it's just a quick one. He basically, this kid, like the reason that he got in a TV show is because he has like the greatest life story of all time. And then you just like, it's like the perfect the perfect television show story, right? You know how you always have to have that story that like piques everybody's interest.
Yes.
So one day, I think he was like 250 pounds or something in the beginning of high school. And then one day he's just like, I'm just going to lose weight. And then he lost 100 pounds in like a year, maybe less than a year. He just decided to lose weight one day and then just lost all this weight. And so now he just like, he has the pictures of it and then of where he's at now. And, yeah.
That's great.
That's about the story.
I mean, that is really cool.
Wait. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Do you have stone? Do I need to give you stone?
Yep.
Okay.
I may be adding more reeds to the reed farm.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
I'll come back. I just figured... I've placed down a lot of reeds. This whole area is going to be reed soccer.
Well, we need the emeralds.
Exactly. Yo, ice pops.
See,
that's great.
So...
You can give this man lava buckets for an emerald. I would never do that, but I could if I wanted to.
See, I was excited for that one until I realized that it takes your bucket. I made like... I went to the nether and grabbed like 20 buckets of lava, and then I traded it all, and I'm like, where'd my buckets go?
I wouldn't do that because lava is not renewable.
In the nether?
I mean, it's infinite in the sense that the world is, but it's not like a renewable resource.
Do you know how big the lava pools are?
It's still technically not...
I'm not using it just because of the... Wait, you're more worried about lava scarcity than you are about the The iron scarcity?
Are you giving this man iron?
The buckets.
No, I was just saying.
He ate the buckets.
I mean, yes, yeah, but I was saying I wouldn't have done that anyway because because of the lava. Like ignoring the iron thing.
Because it's not renewable.
Yeah.
Well, coal is infinite too. That's why I'm trading all my coal for emeralds. Because I have a fortune pick, and just like one little pocket is a stack of coal. Like, it's crazy the amount of coal that you can get. Coal is so cheap. It's so cheap.
Boy, 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 boy. I'm getting you all the emeralds.
So, do you know about the club that I started?
Was it the Pokemon Club? Is this?
It might have been the Pokemon Club.
Tell me about the Pokemon.
Have I told you about this story?
I think you have, but remind me because you're on stream now.
I mean, I am. I just didn't know if you knew.
I think I do, but I'll listen to it again.
Well, I'm not worried about you listening to it again. You're gonna listen to it no matter what. That's why.
You know what? Fair enough. Do you have any more stone?
I mean, if you want, I gotta go get my own now. So do you remember Yik Yak?
Yes.
Do you remember when it died?
Ish, yeah.
It was sad. Yik Yak was great because he died whenever it became non-anonymous. It used to be great because it was anonymous, but then it died because it wasn't anonymous anymore.
Yeah.
So, what it was basically an app where you could make anonymous posts in that area, so anybody in like a 20-mile radius could see these posts, and it was basically just like an anonymous it was a lot of jokes. It was a lot of jokes that just happened. It was a good time. Like, it was just like people would post like all kinds of things. Like, they would. I'm trying to think of like there was just really funny jokes that you would see on there about campus.
I'm gonna assume this netherrack isn't part of this build.
It's not. That was a floor. That was to indicate where the floor was gonna be.
It was a really interesting concept. I never got into it much, but I remember when it was kind of big.
And so, one of my friends, he posted on what was that?
Wither.
Somebody just spawned a wither.
No.
Is that the first?
I don't know.
Wither?
That's a good question.
No, Avidia spawned a wither, and then it got set loose, and he couldn't kill it.
Nice.
Chad had to come in and save him. But basically, my friend Matt, he made a post on Yik Yak and said, "Hey, does anyone want to make a Pokemon club?"
Yo.
And nobody took it. Like, he didn't take that seriously. He's just like, "Oh, this is funny. This should be a thing, but it's not gonna be a thing." And then somebody replied to him, "Yeah, do you want to meet up and make this?" And I didn't go to this first thing because it was so impromptu that he didn't get to talk about it at all.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, because it happened so quick, he's just like, I mean, they ended up like getting a meeting go. Like, it was like 3 people that like ended up like showing up to this thing. It was it was Matt, my ex-girlfriend, or my soon-to-be ex-girlfriend, and then one of her friends. I think there might have been like 3 or 4 other people, but I wasn't there, so I don't know who was all there. Hey Smith. And so what had happened was, yeah, they literally just got together and they're just like, so we're gonna make this Pokemon club thing. And like the thing was, Matt didn't intend for this to be a thing. Like, he just like, I just meant for this to be a joke, and now all of a sudden I'm making a Pokemon club.
Classic.
And then the next week I went, and that was the day that I saw that she had Dota on her screensaver, and I made like a really bad like super awkward like, we should be friends or something because you have.
You ever heard of Dota?
You ever heard of Dota? And it's funny because at the time my friend stuck around, and like because the entire time I'm just like, oh, I had to talk about this. I'm gonna stay afterwards and talk to her. And Matt stuck around. Jesus. No. That was later. Jeez. But basically, I just like out of the blue, like right at the end, I'm just like, I see that you like Dota or something like that. Something about Dota. We should play. No. I said we should play Dota together, and Matt just looks at me with like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" And I'm just like, and then like we got in a conversation about Dota, and then afterwards, I hadn't realized from his perspective of the situation, but afterwards, he's just like, "How the hell did you know that she played Dota?" And I'm just like, oh, it was on her screensaver. And he's like, oh, I was just like, how? Like, I'm just like, do you just know? You just know that just by looking at them if they play Dota? I'm just like, no. She had it on the screensaver.
Yep. Nope. Soccer has Dota sense. Confirmed.
And so I need to grab more stone apparently because you've ran off. And so yeah, and then like it one thing led to another, and we were like, we talked to the school board, and like it was required that we make a constitution. So the next day we like spent like an hour writing this constitution out of like what was necessary to become a member. How are you going to like settle? Because you had to have a president, a vice president, a treasury, and president, vice president, secretary. Yeah, that right. Yeah, secretary and a treasury. And so, yeah, that was we spent the next day like because it was just one of the things written in the Constitution was if somebody wanted to take a position, like if somebody wanted to become president, you would at first have to get everybody to approve of it, but then you'd have to beat them in a Pokemon battle.
Yo!
So that's written in the Constitution, that's sealed away in the SDSU files, that in order to become the president or treasurer or whatever of the Pokemon Club.
That's actually really cool, because then it's like you're basically fighting for the champion of Pokemon.
I remember this. In order to become president, like if you wanted to be treasury, you just had to do the one battle. But if you wanted to become president, you had to fight all four of us.
Yeah, like the Elite Four.
Yeah, that's what we called ourselves. It was the Elite Four. That was, like the president, vice president, treasury, and secretary were the Elite Four. And if you beat us, then you could take our position.
That's fantastic.
Luckily, I didn't have my position challenged because I would have lost so bad.
That's fantastic. I've always wanted to do something like that. I'm so jealous now.
And you
didn't tell me that part.
Because each week we did a Pokemon Showdown tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, we would draw names out of a hat, and that's who you would face, and then we'd put it into a tournament bracket, into, like, a bracket generator or whatnot.
Yeah.
And so, every week, and then we had, okay, so if you won that week, we had this thing called the Golden Pikachu. It was basically just a Pikachu piggy bank, but we painted it gold.
Yo!
And each week you gotta bring it home with you if you won.
Fantastic.
And then at the end of the year, whoever had the most wins, we get to keep it.
That's great.
So
did it have money in it?
No, it did not have money in it.
Like in Pokemon where the loser had to like pay the winner like $50?
No.
That would have been great.
But that was fun.
That sounds like so much fun. I'm so jealous now.
Pretty damn good. But yeah, that was we had to give a presentation in front of the school like the student body. whatever the people elected into like the student. Is it a student council? I guess that seems like a high school term, but
I mean, it depends on what you guys called it.
Student Board Association or something. Here, SDSU.
I don't know what you guys call it. We call ours something different, probably.
Student Association Executive Board.
Yep, that's what we call ours.
Oh, really? I just looked at the current president, and I know her.
Yo,
Nice.
soccer has connections.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh,
some big
really?
dogs.
She's the finance chair. I know her. Yeah, I know these people. I went to school with them. Surprised they're still in school. Oh, I guess it would be last year's, so that makes sense. Gong. But yeah, we had to give. There was like I think there was a room of like 20 people. Like it was 20 students basically, but you had to like give a present because the first like 30 minutes was just like trying to pass like they actually did things. It wasn't just like a mock thing. Like it was actually like you had to like handle like the SDSU budget, the student budget.
Right.
Like I think they voted on like getting a student or like a dorm upgrade. Like the bathrooms were, I think there was complaints of like the bathrooms were out of order all the time, and they basically just like they used the student budget to build a new bathroom for them basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those things took years to even like like those big things like that would take years for like the actual like president stuff to decide on. But we had to stand in front of them and like give a presentation of like what Pokemon Club was, and like this had not been done before. Something like this where it was like video game related. Like most of them were like the typical like robotics club. I think there was an anime club, but it was like there was never something like this where there was this much engagement.
Okay.
Like I think most of it was. Oh god, I'm out of inventory space. Most of it ended up being like it was more meetings of like discuss like I know like we had a journalism club, and 90% of that was always just settling on like what do we want to do with like group like the one activity that we do a year basically, like, where you want to go to Chicago or whatnot and like do all those things. But like for us it was we're actually meeting and like doing activities each week. Oh god, the phantoms are awake.
Is that for you?
I don't know who that's for.
I'm gonna sleep.
Shut your mouth, Jay Luce. I found it. But yeah, like they were just like, this is amazing, because they knew it was on the schedule for the day, because there's a big printout thing that they did. So they knew it was on the schedule, but they're just like, see, this is cool. This is like it was basically impossible to fail this presentation.
Yes.
And I remember Matt. Matt is like the smoothest person in front of in front of a crowd. Like he was just making stuff up on the spot, and they're just like, "This is amazing. We got to pass this right now." It was like a unanimous decision. It's just like this is great, because it was like our whole spiel was like because we know like people, it's hard to get into groups, and like Pokemon is like a universal it's one of those things where a lot of people, like extra introverts, are more
comfortable. Yeah.
Right. And so like Pokemon's a good way to meet new people, and so that was like our whole shtick.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's awesome.
And so the Constitution was ratified, and just give me these books. It was a grand old time.
I'm so jealous. That sounds like so much.
I was the treasury.
Yo.
So that was fun for a bit. I don't know what ever happened with it after the second year. Because Matt moved. We were only roommates for a year, and then so this Phantom is just so slow.
I need some stone break.
Come on, guy. Die. Gotcha. But yeah, after he left I think he went to do like some church thing.
Yeah.
But that only like he got accepted in this like super prestigious thing, but he was only there for like 3 weeks because then he got accepted to be on a game show. Like,
Yeah.
basically the second that he joined this thing.
Yeah.
Is this our guy? PG, did you do this? Did you do this to this man?
Do what?
Don't kill him. I'm gonna churn him.
Oh, I didn't do it. I hope he's not our guy, because if he is, like, that's our farmer.
Well, then I'm gonna get him back right now. I need gold.
He's who I've been trading pumpkins. He's been who I've been trading pumpkins to. I would never kill that man.
Mm-hmm.
My pumpkin friend.
Where's the weakness potions at?
I don't know.
Where'd Josh move these damn things to? Are they gone? Oh god. Maybe Josh used them all.
Maybe.
You should check to see if it is him.
How do I check?
Well, to go see if there's the one that you've been trading with.
Let's go see.
Is he there?
I don't know. I need to look. Found this guy. If it has a roll, it's yours. We can see that by the pouch. Oh, okay. So then it is.
He's got a diamond on him.
I think that means it is. I guess.
Well, I've trapped him for you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I'm gonna make a splash potion, I guess. No, they spawn with rolls, don't they?
I thought they had.
I think they do. Let's see here. I need nether warts. Where's the nether wart?
We have another guy over here. I have another guy over here. I don't know if he's a real guy, but I have another guy over here.
Where's the nether wart? Are we at nether wart too? Where'd Josh move all this stuff? I think Josh needs to come tell us where our stuff is at. Yeah, but I think with that, be end of the episode. Thanks everyone for watching.
And for washing.
And for washing. Wash your hands.
And your hands.